Netflix tried to do their own look-alike The Boys TV show, and they failed miserably.
What show?
I tried to do
Chapter Legacy. And
I didn't see
I
it.
didn't see that.
neither did I. I think nobody see it. So guys, I'm so excited to be here. I love this show. I love your characters. Not Anthony characters, like...
We gotta get off on the right foot. Whereas I was gonna start with, oh my god, in that suit jacket, I've only got eyes for you, man.
Look, change colors, like...
Beautiful.
But I love you. Not your character, but I love you. So guys, are you guys enjoying Brazil?
Oh, we're loving it.
We love
I
Brazil.
think this is our favorite part of the restaurant. Can't say that, can I? That's offensive to every other place we've been to. I was most excited about Brazil because I haven't been to Brazil before.
Listen, what I would say is this, to try and cover up what is more
No, I just have never been.
No, do you know what? Do you know what? I mean, Brazil is our second biggest market outside of America. It's America, and then Brazil is our very close second. And the people here are just so passionate. I came down here last year. These guys weren't here, but I came down 2019 with a few of the other casts. And we truly had such a great time here. It's not, I don't think it's better, but it's just Brazilian fans are unique. Yeah. There's a unique brand of fan down here, and so it's really...
Have you guys tried any food or drink that you liked?
All of it?
All of it. We're actually, we're scheduled to go to some pretty good restaurants while we're here. So we actually only got in just yesterday, so we've been laying low a little bit, but I'm sure we're going to get out there.
Jensen, you and Jared starred Supernatural for years and was a huge hit in Brazil. How was to be the newcomer in The Boys? Like, did you get along with everybody right away?
Well, there was my first day on set. It was basically naked in front of the new cast and new crew, and so it's you know. What did they say whenever you're
naked?
Whenever you're well, nothing but a sock.
Fully naked?
I had a sock.
Review. Let's not like a. I'm sorry. I'm a juvenile. That's a good way to get to know people.
That is, well, that's the thing is, you know, they say like if you're nervous speaking in front of people, just imagine that the whole crowd's naked, and that this was basically the inverse of that. It was just, oh, I'm nervous, so I'm just going to be exposed. I'm exposing myself to all of
I didn't know that.
that was my very first day on set. And
That's very boys. That's very boys.
yeah, and so very quickly I had to find a comfortability that then I built upon, and the more I was with these guys and these gals, it was easier than I had ever hoped for. They genuinely enjoy everything about this show. They enjoy each other's company. We hung out on the weekends. We get out park, and so it was like instantly having a group of friends that I just felt very akin to. So it was good.
And that's a hard job as well. Like coming in, like I've said this before, so bear with me. But coming into a show in a third season or a fourth season, coming in late, that's hard, especially if the show's had any sort of success, because not only is it socially, you're walking into a pre-established social group, you're also walking in with an expectation, and everyone is very curious about the new guy. You can't help, not in a judgy way and not in a mean way. There's not a bad egg, a bad apple amongst the bunch on this cast. Everyone's great, but you are curious, you know. And it was. You never know quite what you're going to get, and thankfully, I mean, it's not one-way traffic. It was like Jensen actually came in. The first time I met you was I was doing a scene, and you were somewhere on another stage, and you came in just to pop in and just say hi. And
naked? Or no?
No, you had clothes on. I was very disappointed. I was like, oh, come on, man. But that's not what they told me you were like. No, but he came in, but that meant a lot to me, that this guy was like bold, like confident enough and forward enough and on his game enough, and that just says a lot about your character, not to at all, just to come in and go. I didn't make a big deal of it, but to me that was a cue of like the kind of person you were, and then you just fit in really well, very seamlessly, really, and then The bonus, he did a really good, a fantastic job with the characters. So
Thanks, man.
We got lucky.
Bom, eu vou dizer mais uma vez, posso ser um super-herói, mas eu também sou um homem que se apaixonou pela mulher errada. Eu sou só um homem que se apaixonou pela mulher errada. Apaixonou pela mulher errada, mas pela mulher errada. Depois da crise vem a mudança.
Netflix tried to do their own look-alike The Boys TV show, and they failed miserably.
What show?
I tried to do.
Jupiter Legacy. And
I didn't see it.
I didn't see that.
Neither did I. I think nobody see it. So for you guys, what makes The Boys so unique? Like,
Quiet in the cheap seats, we can hear
Go
you.
down over there.
It's a show. It's a show about a lot more than just superheroes.
Yeah.
That's, I think, really what sets it apart. Is it's dealing with a lot of layers of story and nuance, and there's satire. There's just you're dealing with social issues, political issues, all kinds of things that are done on the backdrop of superheroes. And I think it's a very unique blend of things that make it interesting. People clearly like the superhero genre, so that's checking one box, but then you get to dive into a lot of different topics beneath that, and I think that's what people keep coming back for more.
I think what also is interesting about it is the fact that it's actually a flip on the superhero genre, because
Right.
I feel like there was definitely a point where people were kind of suffering from superhero fatigue, because you saw it everywhere. There were these grand characters who had these incredible moral compasses, and they had such hope, and they were fighting for good things, and it was very black and white. It was very good versus evil. But I think what the show does magnificently is kind of paint the reality of what that would look like if superheroes did actually exist. Like, there's going to be a hell of a lot of collateral damage. There's going to be a lot of ego. There's going to be a lot, and I think it makes that kind of realistic, dark commentary on when you give human beings these powers that are maybe too great for them to handle. I think that's what really drew me into the show.
I'm with you.
Great.
The
nailed it.
superhero stuff has always been pop music until punk rock came along.
well, we do have Marvel and DC and The Boys. If you could bring a character, superhero, or a villain from Marvel or DC to The Boys, who would you guys pick?
Batman.
Really?
We don't have
We don't have Batman?
a Batman.
We don't have a rich guy with a bunch
I'm
of...
sorry. I'm sorry. I love
He
Batman.
hated that answer.
I've always felt like Batman is like a rich guy with some cool toys.
With some
Realistically,
It's true. I guess he's not a superhero.
He's not really a superhero.
not a
I guess, but he's up there.
He's up.
Yeah, but I guess
He is, but it's never really made sense.
But it's not. He doesn't have superpowers.
I think
So I guess
Hellboy would be
that
really
answer
cool.
doesn't count.
Hellboy would be cool. I think he'd fit in the world.
I
Yeah.
kind of like that. I dig that little raccoon.
Rocket the Raccoon.
Sure, Rocket Raccoon. I think he's very funny.
I think what would be interesting, I think you'd have to depower him a little bit, but if Superman came into this world and he's just trying to interact with everyone that's completely amoral, and he's just like, what do we do? That'd be an interesting thing to explore.
Captain America.
have a problem
Captain
with that.
America.
I would love to see Superman and Homelander together.
Go to-
That territory is claimed.
Looking at each other's capes, going,
Yeah.
"What is this, velvet?"
What's your kid doing?
E não perca, a segunda parte dessa entrevista exclusiva de The Boys será lançada amanhã no canal do Cinepop no YouTube. Então volta aqui pra conferir.